Hello, and welcome back to What's Bubbling at ZIM. I am Dr. Abstract, and in this bubbling, we're going to take a look at, or continue to take a look at, what's new in ZIM 018. Let's go to the ZIM site now, at zimjs.com, and we could get there with this banner, or we can get there at any time by pressing there to find out the latest things happening in ZIM throughout the versions. We're in 018. We've done bubblings on these other ones, and now we're doing this mystical looking one down here. What could that be? Ooh, isn't that exciting? So what we're doing here is we've got ZIM physics. All of those joules have physics applied to them, and they've been joined together. But they're following a ZIM object without physics. So this is just a normal ZIM object that is wiggling, and we're puppeting the first joule to that physics object. And normally, you're not supposed to do that. That's an act of God, like to change the x and y of something in physics. But what we did is we saw how the mouse, you're able to drag physics objects not using a ZIM drag, but using a physics drag, which applies a mouse join. And that is a little different. It's like this elastic thing that means that if I pick something up and start dragging it, I'm not going to be able to drag it through the wall, or a wall, or what have you. So we looked at how the mouse join was done, and we made it so that now you can join it to any physics object. So this eye is wiggling right now, but we could animate the eye on a path, for instance. And then all these things would follow that along the path. And yet they would be in the physics world, so they could knock other things as they go. That's exciting. So let's see how it is done, and we can play around with it a little bit. So we'll drop this down, F11, and come back, and we're in ZIM 018. We're bringing in physics there. There we have our physics. We have an eye that is not using physics. It's just normal ZIM wiggling there. We're making a joule, a sprite of a joule. We are adding physics to each joule and putting them into an array. It looks like we're moving them slightly each. That makes that like a stack of them there. And then we're looping through the joules, and we're joining the joules. So if it's the first time, we just store the last joule, but then and leave. But then after that, we add the current joule to the last joule. Current joule to the last joule. And this is a join through a distance join. And that makes those joints. We are then puppeting it to the eye. Super, there it is. So the first joule we puppet to the eye. And that must be puppeted to, let's just stop the wiggling for a sec. And we will turn on drag here. So this is a physics drag. That's the live version. We'll go to a default, or open default browser here. So this is a local version. Right, so there they are, and there I am dragging, and I can drag any one of these, and the rest of them kind of drag like that. But that's the puppet that's bringing that back to it. It looks like it's puppeted to the bottom of the eye there, and we're randomly getting an eye. And how can we tell why it's going to the bottom? Oh, there's the reg right there. So we could go dot outline here. And there's the little round circle showing the registration point of our sprite, the eye. So when we puppet it, it's puppeted to that, which means if we were to drag this, get rid of the outline, we can drag it with the outline too, dot drag. So there we are doing a ZIM drag on the eye now. And now those things are puppeted to that. And that's just like a mouse joint. You see how it kind of has that elastic feel? Just like these guys have the elastic feel. So that's what we've done. Isn't that neat? So this could be animating along a path, and all those things would animate along. And remember, these are in the physics world. Or you could just take an object, like you could make a ball here, you could have a ZIM ball underneath animating along a path, but the physics ball is puppeted to the ZIM ball, and you make the ZIM ball invisible, or false or alpha 0 or what have you. Okay, and then you can't see the ZIM ball going on that path, but the physics object is linked to it just as if it were a mouse. And it could be knocking things as it goes, or you could be trying to hit it with other physics objects, etc. Okay, so I think that opens up a lot of opportunities. Anything else we want to look at here? So pull the drag off there, bring the wiggle back. I think that's it. Oops. Cancel, save, and refresh here. And there she goes. Neat effect, huh? So, good luck with that. I am Dr. Abstract. This has been What's Bubbling in ZIM. Come on into the ZIM site, zimjs.com. Join us at Discord or the forum there. We'd love to hear what you think. Give the video some thumbs up. Tell your friends about ZIM and get coding with us. There's all sorts of examples. There's a huge Learn section here. Check out the editor for other examples. We've got these things called zaps. Take it easy, and we'll leave you here with the ZIM, What's Bubbling in ZIM. We got a few more to go, and maybe check those out as well. Cheers.